You're listening to Achtung Millwall, broadcasting from the beautiful South Bermondsey. Accept no substitute.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Achtung Grassroots. I have a little gathering, I have a little posse here at the home end of Welling's answer to the Bernabeu Stadium, which is, of course, the Parkview Road Cauldron, for the visit of Maidstone United to Welling United and the National League South fixture. Joining me is Michael Avery, a mainstay of the Grassroots series. How are you doing, Michael?
Yeah, they're thinking of naming the box after me because I've done more than 3 games at this ground this season. But hello, dear listener, and welcome. This should be a big game. Champions there, either champions or champions-elect, against a team who are absolutely fighting for their lives. So
yeah, Welling second from bottom actually. I think they're fighting out with Billericay when I looked on the league table this morning. Billericay are at home. If they win and Welling lose, as you say, up against the championship winning side here. Here come Maidstone in their amber and black to
a guard of honour.
Yeah. Mystery voice behind me is Chris, who you may have heard from a previous show. Chris, say hello.
Hello, how are we all doing this? Is all good? We're back down at Welling, so yeah.
Mystery voice.
We can't give surnames for GDPR
No,
reasons.
he goes under a pseudonym. And joining me also is Michael's dad.
Afternoon, everybody.
Michael's dad, who has no name.
There's no name, no merely as Michael's dad. Maidstone United champions of the National League South. This is, isn't it? So they're promoted to the National League proper, aren't they?
Yeah. On my little pad or notepad I've made a point of highlighting they're unbeaten in the last 5 wins from 5. So. Yeah, they're
Welling's up against it.
Yeah, Welling right up against it.
And Welling are desperate for a win to stave off the impending threat of Billericay. So the team's just lining up pre-kick-off. Now I'm going to cut you over now, listeners, to some really nice footage you did the other day, Michael, of the WESFA, the Woolwich and Eltham Sunday Football Alliance.
Yeah, it was the WESFA President's Cup between a team called Under the Radar, who have that name because they look for players under the radar, against a team called Jam FC, which is Jesus and Ministries. So a very, very entertaining cup final. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the listen.
Achtung, Millwall.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening for another edition of Achtung Grassroots Football. And normally, dear listener, we do the sort of little semi-pro levels, the combined counties, the Scaffold divisions, all this. But what we're actually doing today is the WESFA President's Cup final. My name is Michael Avery, and as usual, I am dragging myself around the non-league stadiums to watch these games. We are live at VCD Athletic for Under the Radar versus Jam. In, as we said, the President's Cup final here. Really, really big, important game at this level. 2 teams who are probably the best in WESFA across the division, certainly in the top division. And this should be a really, really close game. It's a game that a lot of people across WESFA, so the Woolwich and Eltham Football Association, are looking at. And it's a game that's got a lot of sort of coverage on the social medias. Both these teams are the top two teams in their division, so we will have a high quality game. We have a lot of good officials involved in the fixture, and people who really, really know the game, a lot of experience, so we should get a good game from the officials as well. VCD Athletic is looking very nice this evening. It's like a snooker table, ladies and gentlemen. Snooker table. It's like the Crucible. The Crucible. Are we watching snooker? Are we watching football? We don't know. But the two sides have just kicked off a few moments ago. Nice little attendance from the fans and all that this evening. So there's quite a few here. And it was actually Under the Radar who nearly just took the lead there early on. Good save from the goalkeeper early on. Fantastic save from the goalkeeper of Jam in the green and white. So do you know what we're going to do? This started as an intro, but we're going to stick with this at the moment because we've got a nice corner, or hopefully a nice corner. He's preempting here. We've got Jam in the green and white hoops against Under the Radar in the goal. The short corner's been taken. The ball's about to be lofted in. There's going to be a shot in the near post. He's cold in. Keeper saved it. It's been knocked around the 6-yard box, and it's just been cleared as well. So what are we? we're within 5 minutes of the game. 2 great chances already. Stick with it, ladies and gentlemen. Don't press that skip button and go to the next show. It may be WESFA, it may not be Combined Counties or Skeffel that some of you may be used to Achtung Grassroots, but it's certainly a game that's got a lot of promise. So as usual on Achtung Grassroots, we will check back in when anything happens, or if nothing does happen, I might just read the programme to you. You never know. So we've had a bit of a lull in action. It's been very much in the middle of the pitch. Well, you know what's going to happen because the commentator will score now. But I thought I'd just give a little bit of a sort of profile as to who under the radar. Oh, that's unlucky. That's an unlucky ball. That. Just who under the radar are. So under the radar, as it says here in the club history, was founded in 2018 by a well-known YouTuber, Manny Brown. Do we know Manny Brown, dear listener? Is our age demographic? Let us know who Manny Brown is. Answers on a postcard. But it was founded by him and another chap called Emmanuel Marfo, and to create a vision, dear listeners, for players that are essentially under the radar, hence the name, and they're a really good side, to be fair. Great stats. Oh, actually saying that, though, jamming through. I said, yeah, in your box, had a shot. Well blocked by under the radar there, as I'm trying to flick through the pages of my programme that I got on entry. Quite tell what the speed on some of them. They're quick, aren't they? Quick boys. And we'll talk about JAM quickly now as well. So JAM, their opposition. JAM actually stands for Jesus and Ministries Football, which was started in 2010-11 as opportunities for the member of a Bible studying group to engage more and interact with the community of the South East London. So even though they're a Sunday League side based in South East London, they've obviously got a bit more community feel about them, which is good to see and great to see. And I personally have actually been an assistant official in a game for JAM FC in the London FA Cup, and they're a really nice bunch of lads, really good team. So I'm with Tony at the moment. We'll call him Tony from Erith, because like Chris from Welling, GDPR reasons, we'll have to get him to fill out forms to be on the podcast. What do we reckon, Tony? First 10-15 minutes?
Yeah, it's evenly matched, although UTR had that chance.
No, it's under the radar, Tony, not UTR. For our listeners who aren't aware.
Sorry, listeners, under the radar, had that chance 5 minutes in. But apart from that, JAM have sort of settled into the game nicely, and I'd say they've actually got the momentum at the moment. So hopefully there's a goal soon. Would you say this is sort of what you'd expect from Sunday League quality? Maybe a bit more. They're very quick, aren't they? This is very fast, very quick, and I'll tell you what, this is a very good standard. So I'm looking forward to the next sort of half hour.
Comment on the WESFA referees involved, because again, this is the WESFA Sunday Division's standard referee, which in a nice possible way, you were surprised that they've been given such big games, weren't you?
Yeah, not so much surprised, but you know what? If you're good all season, then yeah, why not do a cup final? And to be fair, ref is having a great game. He's letting the game go on. I think this is maybe the second free kick he's given all game, something like that. But yeah, let's keep up the good work and let's see what this game brings.
We currently have a free kick on the edge of the box for Under the Radar FC. I'd say about 5-10 yards on the edge of the box. It was a foul. There's no two ways about it. The referee made the right decision. The Wolves walked back. We'll stay with it. There's a lot of people sizing up for this one, dear listener. So and there's photographers running around the back of the goal, dear listener. Running around the back of the goal. They think he's in before it's even been kicked. It's outrageous. The preemptive, he's hit it nicely, he's taking a deflection. Corner. Put your camera away, mate. It's not gone in. Just like Millwall, yeah. Promise so much, but deliver so little. As I said before, so this is the President's Cup game, cup final between Under the Radar versus JAM FC. And as I said on the previous show, I think it was the Erith and Belvedere Erith Town game or one of the Erith and Belvedere games, but we've got the Plumstead Challenge Cup final soon in a couple of weeks in May. And we've got that game in May coming up soon. And if this is the standard of the sort of invitation, or not invitation, where if this is the standard of the President's Cup game, and we've got the Challenge Cup coming up soon, I can strongly. Oh no, there's a mistake at the back. The ball's fell. Played to the edge of the box. Oh, should have had a shot there. Should have shot really, shouldn't he? Now he's dancing around the 99. Looks up, plays the ball. That ball's going to go out wide, surely. Oh no, the ball out wide was the better ball. But they've still got possession. Under the radar. It's been cleared. But anyway, sorry, I was cut off from my chat. But no, if we've got the Plumstead Challenge Cup coming up soon in a couple of weeks at VCD, strongly recommend getting down for this, because this is a very, very good standard of football, and that Challenge Cup game will be better. So yeah. And while we were saying under the radar we're dominating, Jam have just come so close to taking the lead. A lovely break down the right hand side. I've seen a ball played across, which wasn't, if truthfully honest, wasn't the best ball across, but it caught the under the radar defender off guard. He's gone for his legs. They've had a shot. The keeper's pulled an absolute blinder out and pushed out for a corner. Everyone thought it was in. Everyone was cheering. Corner's coming in now. Lofted over nicely into the box. Do you know what it was? It was it was a bicycle kick. We've all tried them. We've all tried them, dear listener. We've all tried them, and in our head they go in, but in real life they go out for a throw. Jam. It's a good final. It's a really good final. That's what I said. We're half hour in, and we've had so many chances, so many little like 50-50s or it's backwards and forwards. What a game so far. I think under the radar probably are just edging it in chances created. Jam are very solid at the back, and they've had a few chances themselves. And Jam have taken the lead. You can hear the celebration. And I'll tell you what a well-worked goal. Do you know, we've only literally just finished doing that voice note where we said there'd be a goal. Jam was in the second, was in the half, or in the half of under the radar. Played some nice little football, nice little sensible passing, because we said they were very composed at the back. That's then translated to up front. Beautiful through ball was played through. So, but the thing is as well, dear listeners, sometimes this is why football's such a good game, because the simplicity of the pass. It was just such a nice little pass through the back line. It's complete. It's lovely, wasn't it?
Yeah, the weight of the pass was brilliant. And I tell you what, great composure from the striker, because anyone could have snatched that there, but he's just slinked. The keeper's come out, he's just rolled it underneath the body and bombed straight in the back.
It was one of those. The ball's gone in between the goalkeeper and the centre forward. If the centre forward's done superbly, because it was one of those. If the centre forward would have maybe clipped the goalkeeper or caught the goalkeeper, you would have seen some referees give the foul against the keeper. Oh my God! And they're under the radar through. Oh, it's 1-0. Oh my God, it's 1-0. Literally, we were just saying about how well Jam have just done, and under the radar have just scored from the kickoff. What a game! Hold up. What a game! Yeah. As soon as one goal flood, just opens. So, all right, so we'll talk about the Jam goal. So the ball played through to Jam. The number 9's done superbly. Played it past the goalkeeper, into the bottom corner, back sort of 8 to 10 yards out. From the kickoff, under the radar, I've got the ball. Done a couple of nice passes. Identical ball, would you say identical ball through to the centre forward pretty much? Identical ball. Maybe a bit more space for the midfield, but the actual ball played with the weight was perfectly.
It was beautiful.
Ball's played about 15 yards out into the penalty area, and we're at the perfect angle. The under the radar bloke has done it under the keeper. That could be their new nickname.
He's megged him.
Under the radar, under the keeper. He's megged him. I don't know what meg means. I'm 35. It was a nutmeg in my day. But he's put it underneath the goalkeeper. We have had 2 goals in 2 minutes. What a game. What a game. And now we're back level. So not long to go left now in this first half, and there's a corner on the left-hand side for Jam. Really, really well done there, because the goalkeeper let it run out thinking it was for a goal kick, but it wasn't. It was a corner. The corner's just been kicked in. It's lovely. Oh, goal kick. It was another one. It was literally right on the edge of the 6-yard box, and both players jumped up well to win it, and it's gone out for a goal kick. I'll tell you what, dear listener, I know we always talk about the prices of games to get in and stuff like that, but this game, yes, it is a WESFA game, so yeah, it is technically a Sunday League level and all that kind of stuff, but it's cost us a £5 to get in, but the standard's been very, very high. It's certainly the sort of level you would expect a sort of semi-pro type level. Let's not get too carried away. I'm not saying like Dartford or Welling or anything like that, but it's certainly a level of football and a quality that you would pay to watch, which we have done. And I for one am very, very happy. It's a bit of a chilly, overcast April evening, but I'm very happy that I've come out to watch this game, because it's an excellent game of football with 2 really good teams, and they're putting a lot in. Sorry, Tony from what borough should we say this time? Beckton?
Yeah, let's say Beckton, eh? Tell you what, the way these 2 teams are playing, tell you what, not saying they beat Dartford or teams like that, but I tell you what, they would give them a run for their money.
Yeah, especially if there was
they are 2 teams who are very
they're organised. I think if there was a pre-season friendly where Dartford were going to blood some youth players and maybe give some young players and reserve players a try, that like you say, you could do a lot worse than playing against 2 teams like this, especially the way they're playing. There has been a couple of little mishaps and under-it passes and that kind of thing, but it's overall, I mean, the 2 finishes were top class. Some of the tackles have been great, some of the crosses have been brilliant. The standard of officiating has been good as well. Good spirit, lovely ball played through just as we're talking. Ball played across goal. And is he going to clear it? Yeah, he's just managed to get it out. But, a lovely ball's played across goal. The defence has read it well. We're going to stay with this because it's right near us here. Oh, it's been cut out by Jam. and he's done well there to the midfielder to get the ball back. But I think we're just approaching half-time, so we'll do a little half-time chat unless they score now. But I thought Under the Radar probably edged the start of the first half, but Jam slowly got into it and obviously got the first goal. Under the Radar showed fantastic character to score, within a minute of conceding. So, they've done really well there. It's all back level. And it really, really could go either way. Great tackle. You heard the crunch there, didn't you, dear listener, on the audio? But it really, really could go either way. And as I said, just in the previous voice note, we've got the Challenge Cup coming soon. Could do a lot worse than come and watch games like this. VCD, lovely ground, nice little bar here, a lot of friendly people who make you feel welcome. And again, yes, this is proper grassroots. I know we say we're acting grassroots when we do the semi-pros, but this is proper grassroots. So,
tell you something well, mate. These linos have got their work cut tonight. They are running
quick
up
boys,
and
aren't
down.
they?
They are running up and down this wing. I'll tell you what, fair play to the linos, and I'll tell you what, ref is having a great game, so keep it up, ref.
Yeah, exactly. And these are your sort of Sunday League refs, and we talk of refs crises and things like this. These are the type of referees you want still in the game. So, yeah, fair play, lads. Keep it going. Keep up with those centre forwards. So I don't know if I'll be able to, but we're nearly at half time. Every time I'm going to go, we'll leave it there or anything like that. But what a save!
She got it.
And the WESFA photographer, we think, might have had it. Has she got it?
She's got the shot.
Oh, she's got the shot. She's got the shot. She's got the turn. She's got the save. Look at that. Check the WESFA. Check the WESFA fate. Right place, right time. Exactly. WESFA Instagram and Twitter and all those for that. But yeah, just a moment there. But a nice ball was played through to the centre forward, the 9, who's been an absolute danger on the outside of the box. He's turned lovely and forced a phenomenal save by the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper for Under the Radar is having an absolute blinder. So, it could be 2-1 to Jam, in the last few minutes, because it was a phenomenal shot. He's hit it beautifully when it's dipped. I mean, as soon as it left his foot, it looked high, didn't it? Let's be honest, it looked high. But had the dip on the shot.
Oh, mate, he has caught that so sweet. And I'll tell you what, this Under the Radar's keeper, you say 2-1, I say 3-1, because he's pulled off
some absolute worldies.
Saves.
Absolute worldies. And I was literally just talking to the fourth official there, and even he commented, you're obviously meant to be impartial, don't get me wrong, but you can comment on quality and you can comment on the game. But Jam have been very good, and Under the Radar have been very good. But, of course, shout out to the Under the Radar goalkeeper. What a half he's had. So we're back for the second half of this game between Jam FC and Under the Radar. And 5 minutes, Tony, from 3 minutes. Brighton?
5 minutes from Brighton?
No, I mean the area you're from now. I've run out of London regions.
Brighton, yeah.
But basically we're 3 to 5 minutes into this second half, and Under the Radar have hit the bar already. That's what I mean. It's just a really, really good tempo game. Just talking to some of the chaps at half time that who were with some of the WESFA referees. They're commenting on the quality of the game and how well the referee's done. We're going to stick with this free kick now that's just been awarded to Under the Radar. The referee's blew the whistle. It's in swinging. It looks high. Oh, that weren't far away.
Do you think he went wide for it?
Do you know what? It's one of those where he's probably not. It's not a hit and hope, but he's probably thought all it needs here is the goalkeeper to fumble it and then followed it in, because there was a lot of the Under the Radar boys who was actually stood by the goalkeeper waiting for the fumble, but it was just a couple of inches over the bar. So yeah, already we've hit the bar and just gone a couple of inches over already. So yeah, good advert for the Sunday League. The groundsman, because I know we said it earlier on, it's like a snooker table, but there's been some big tackles in on this pitch, and it's still very, very nice, very, very flat. It says a lot about the standard of the game, where you can say in the second half there's been a little bit of a lull, but actual quality, there's not actually, when I say low, I mean goal mouth action, but there's not actually been a lull in class itself, is there, Tony? It's been Tony from Cardiff. Yeah. It's very, very quick.
You know what I think it is, Mike? I think as the game's getting on, both teams now know what they're actually playing for. So I think there's a few little mistakes getting shown and stuff like that. But apart from the crossbar getting hit in the first 3 minutes, neither team have really created any chances.
They've not come out in the second half, have they? No. I mean, we've had a shot that's gone over the bar. Under the Radar's done well to keep the ball in here by the byline. Nice ball played back inside. Lovely turn by the 9. He's going to go in the box. Great tackle by the captain. Is that a corner? It looks like a corner. Ball's coming our way. What a touch by the spectator to nick it over the wall. He's done well there. We have literally just said there's been very, very little goal mouth action, and once again it's the curse of the commentator, dear listener, because Jam FC have literally, just from a corner they've conceded, got the ball, run up the left wing, cut inside really, really nicely. I wouldn't necessarily say it was one-on-one with the goalkeeper, but he's a good, 10 yards out from where we're standing. He's hit the ball well, the keeper's beat it, but it's just gone wide of the far post, and yeah, it was a really, really, really good effort and another chance for Jam FC. Do you know what this game might turn out to be? Unless Jam score another sort of like 2 or 3 and it ends up being very one-sided, it wouldn't surprise me if under the radar do end up winning this game, because they'll exploit the fact that Jam haven't scored because we've had 2 great saves from the goalkeeper, granted, but we've had a couple of good chances from Jam that's been missed. Like a cross has just come in, brought down by the centre forward, defender slipped. Oh, silent. Defender slipped. They've had a shot. It was literally in slow motion. That's why no one said anything. Even I said anything. Even their bench was looking. The ball was rolled across goal from a shot. The goalkeeper's out of the game. Defender's out of the game. Centre forward's out of shot. Everyone is waiting for it to go in. It is rolled. Literally, P-roller, bottom corner. It's slow, but no one's got time to get up and make the save. It's hit the post. The defender slid in. Did he clear it off the line? He did, didn't he?
Basically, Mike was obviously going back to what you just.
But it's hit the post, isn't it?
It's hit the post. It's hit the inside of the post, and it's actually bounced outwards. And it's a good from the defenders there just to sort of take it away.
Exactly. So he's not slid it off the line, but he's
off the line. But I tell you what, if he weren't there, it would have been 2-1 Jam. But how have Jam not scored again? That is 2 shots inside 2 minutes, and. This game should be over. But it should be about
4-5-1 to Jam, the way the chances have been. But I mean, that shot there, I mean, like I said, like the reason why it was silent wasn't because it's when you're doing podcasting and radio and all this malarkey, you don't want to have silence in airtime. But literally, you heard it. We was describing the action. It just went silent. It went trickling, and then everyone was waiting to see what happened. And unbelievable. Still 1-1. How? How is it still 1-1? You will not believe this, dear listener. 90 seconds, 2 minutes after we've literally just had that moment where we thought Jam were going to score and we just said Jam should be 4-up, under the radar have broke beautifully down the left-hand side, cut back across, looked up, played the ball across, and then the player who's come in on the edge of the box has absolutely thundered it into the top corner, and it is now under the radar 2, Jam 1. This game, honestly, dear listener, this game is incredible to be at, because you just don't know what's going to happen. Because, like I said, like we literally like you heard us say like a couple of minutes ago that Jam should be 4-up, and literally I just said there, and Tony from Cardiff or wherever, I've run out of places, but anyway. Literally, I just said there, didn't I, that Jam will be punished for missing so many chances. And what's happened? They've just been punished.
100%, mate. Honestly, what a finish. I'll tell you now, what a finish. Because that boy's right across lovely, and he has caught that. It's sweet. I'm saying, you know, if that misses a goal, that's in the back gardens. But that's hit the back of the net. But you know what? Jam, if they want this, they need to start finding the target. They need to hit the target. But I reckon there's going to be another goal.
Oh, hang on, no, we're through now. We're just talking about Jam finding under the radar. Dink! Oh, he's put it wide! Oh, what a let-off for Jam. What a let-off. Basically, a ball has just been played through to the centre forward, who has beat the offside trap wonderfully. I mean, we're in line with the back. We're in line with the defence of Jam. They were beat. They were done. They thought it was an offside. The 99, he's run through. He's dinked it over the goalkeeper. We thought it was 3-1 because we were just saying about how Jam needs to take their chances, and it's gone wide. And now at the other end, oh my God! Honestly, this is unreal. If you was connected with these teams, I mean, luckily we're both neutrals, but if you were connected with either of these teams, your heart would be in your mouth, because it's just, you can't describe this cup final. So we've got about 5-10 minutes left now, and the game is, I think you could say, game management. To quote Harry Warren, who loves a bit of game management speech from his Football Manager or whatever online game he plays. But there's not been that much goal action, to be honest. But again, it's still a decent tempo. A lot of the players get involved. He was offside there. Well done, Lino. Flags up. But yeah, like I said, the game management is definitely in under the radar's favour. Jam really do need to turn the screw in the next 5-10 minutes to get something out of this game, because we ain't got long left. We're going to stick with this because we ain't got too much longer left. So it's a throw-in on the left-hand side to Jam after a little bit of argy-bargy behind the goal, where some of the fans weren't giving the Jam goalkeeper the ball back. Is he going to give a corner? He's give the corner. It's a corner in the last minute, and the Jam manager is telling every single person to go up. Go up, keeper! Go on! Send him up! Go on! Up you go! Oh, he's cleared it. He's cleared it. Oh. So cramp is over. Big throw-in comes in, and there it is. There it is, under the radar. Congratulations, you are winners of the cup, of the President's Cup final against Jam. What a game! I really, truly, honestly hope. You know, we do these grassroots shows, and you know, sometimes you don't get the way that you get in, like when Nick does his shows from actual stadiums. But I hope these voice notes have done credit to how good a game this is, because this has been so either side could have won it for all the 90 minutes, and under the radar were 2-1 winners against Jam FC, and You've just got to give everything to both sides, because they really gave it everything they got. Jam, you know, they probably had some of the better chances to win the game, even though under the radar probably nicked the first half. But do you know what? If either side would have won, you can't be overly disappointed with the result, because under the radar took their chances and Jam didn't. But it's a fantastic advertisement for the WESFA divisions. Fantastically well organised by WESFA themselves. You know, we're at VCDF Athletic. We've got 3 great officials. We've got a gentleman who a lot of Millwall fans would know, but I'm not going to say who he is in case he listens to Achtung Millwall, Achtung Grassroots, and he might actually say who he is on the tannoy. So everyone chips in, everyone helps out. There's a lot of people here who try their hardest for WESFA, and it's just a fantastic advert. The table is now being set up with all the trophies and medals. And again, fair play to both sides here. And a huge congratulations to Under the Radar for winning the President's Cup, and huge commiserations to Jam, who on another day would have won that game. This is Achtung Grassroots signing off pitch side at VCD Athletic for what was a fantastic cup game.
You're listening to Achtung Millwall, broadcasting from the beautiful South Bermondsey. Accept no substitute.
Welcome back, listeners. Hope you enjoyed that coverage of the Sunday President's Cup final from Michael. Big crowd in Parkview Road, Michael. Last time I came here, it was one man and his dog, me and a few pigeons and their droppings over in that area stand over there. But big travelling support for Maidstone here today, championship side. So.
Yeah, of course, yeah. So, you know, top of the table, they're going to bring a big following. But I think you can tell a little bit by the atmosphere here. Don't get me wrong, it's not too shirty, to say the least. But very rare do you get patted down walking into a non-league stadium.
Long queue outside, coppers, and as you say, pat downs. So got to be careful, I suppose.
There is, considering there is a bit of a distance between the two, and you know you have got like Kent Football United nearby, Ebbsfleet, Dartford closer. This has got a bit of a local derby fixture to it, I feel. We're behind the goal now at the home end. The whole left-hand side where the area from Belvedere stand is yellow and black, and all behind the goal's yellow and black. I think you could argue there's probably more Maidstone here than Welling.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of Maidstone. Big travelling support, listeners. I'm going to call it the Kent Clash Cataclysm, but only with K's. Oh, that says KKK. Cut. No, El Kentico. We'll call it that. El Kentico. Welling's going to be kicking off towards Danson Park, for anyone who knows the stadium. Maidstone will be attacking us in the home terracing. The massed ranks of Welling fans behind Parkview Road. We'll be back in due course. This is a part following any moments of interest, goals. Or as the
do though, pre-match prediction, what do we think?
I think Maidstone look up for it. They're not going to want to win the championship in front of these travelling support and let their fans. I think Welling have got to hope that Billericay flop. Yeah,
Welling this season, looking at my notes here, they've scored 42 goals all season, conceded 83. Maidstone have scored 76, conceded 34, so there's a lot of goals here. Do you know what? I ain't going to be probably down the Parkview Road anymore, but I'm going to go for something like 3-0 Maidstone.
Yeah, I'm going to do a dramatic win of some sort. Yeah. Away we go. Maidstone in amber and black, Welling in all red. we always make the point in these shows about the cost of getting into non-league listeners. I mean, I paid online. I paid 13 plus 1 for booking fees, 14 for me. How much did you pay with the boys here, Michael?
So basically the 2 boys are with me, so we've got a 10 and a 7. We've got my dad with us as well. For the 4 of us getting 24 quid. However, we must put an asterisk next to that 24 quid due to the fact we have to pay an extra £2 to sit down, listener.
Yeah, there's a header on goal there from the 5. On the right-sided corner for Maidstone. Maidstone, former Football League club. They played, I remember them playing at Dartford's old ground in the early 1990s. And I think Stuart Nethercott was their centre-half for Maidstone back then. They went out of the league and then out of business.
I think it was as far as back. Was it just the late 90s, early 2000s they were still in the football Football League?
They established themselves in the Football League. They're a big non-league name for donkey's years.
Nice ground as well.
Presumably this must be like a Phoenix club resurrected or something of that kind, because I know they went out of business after leaving Dartford. That's the former Dartford ground for you youngsters, not the new one.
Looking at the non-league as well today, so it's a big day. There's not many games left to go. I think Dartford, they've got Braintree today, haven't they? At home, and they're full.
The fixtures
again. I think I'll get my paper out here, listener. So
it's been clash of the prep notes here today, listeners. Michael's come well prepped, and I've got it all on my phone, so I'm not looking at the moment.
As I described, it was like the scene in American Psycho with the business cards, where my ink is better than your ink, and your paper quality is better than mine.
It's how embossed is your notes.
So just having a look. So Dartford in third, they're up against Braintree in the bottom half. Ebbsfleet, they're playing today.
They're playing at Billericay.
They've got Billericay today, so will Ebbsfleet do their mates down the road a favour? I think if they was in a more not as pushing.
Well, they're chasing after playoff spots, so I doubt that they will.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Maidstone Ultras in full cry, listeners. They've got a drum.
Got a beach ball.
What's that? About 9 minutes into the game. Nothing really to report so far. It's other than mostly Maidstone pressure, I'd say, Michael, wouldn't you? Nothing to in terms of incident.
No. They've had a couple of half chances in the nicest possible way without trying to be too disrespectful. It's a little bit that sort of classic non-league game where the ball's in the air a lot, isn't it? There's a lot of sort of balls over the top or crosses coming in, and even there that goal kick, very rare sort of in football now, just see goal kicks being smashed.
They normally feed it out, don't they? 21 minutes, quarter of the way into the game so far. It's been played at a fairly sedate pace, I would say.
Yeah, Maidstone very much on the beach. I mean, near Maidstone's what lays down.
There is a beach near Maidstone. It's Copacabana, I think.
Yeah, Copacabana Beach. Yeah, so
Malibu.
Well out by Maidstone, unchallenged.
Or maybe the Malibu is in the cocktail bars rather than the... Goal for Welling, listeners. Break forward on the right side. Chipped in quite neatly, Michael, from the right there by the forward. The unnamed forward.
I'll tell you what, we were just talking about fat Ronaldo, skinny Ronaldo, Ronald McDonald. He's just done what every semi-pro player does and done the Ronaldo celebration. But talking through the goal, again, Maidstone on the attack. Welling defended well. Up on the right-hand side, he clipped it over the goalkeeper. It looked like it was going into the bottom corner, and then it got put in. But I mean, it's like we've said in the last few shows. It's the curse of the commentator. I mean, if you went round every single person on either side and said who would take the lead, you certainly wouldn't say Welling United.
No, absolutely. 1-0 Welling, listeners. 24 minutes. I'm standing right in the sun. I can't tell if I'm recording or if my watch is working. I hope it's recording. Latest Sky Sports report. Now we're going to go to Billericay.
Yeah.
Dickie.
What's the score, Chris Camera? That's our pound shot version. Yeah.
What's the score? There's 1-0.
0-0 Billericay game, and the Dartford game. We are going to go live via Twitter to the Dartford game. Nearby is 0-0 as well. So the only game in the Kent, South London area, dear listener, or the only goal is in this game.
We've seen it. That's something to say, isn't it? Yeah. Referee's having a howler out there, Michael. There's a ref to ref, mate. He's having a howler. Come on. A mare.
It'd be one of those you might put your arm around him at half time and go, you sure?
He's missed two. Push and a tug on.
We're in the Welling end, so we need to be careful we don't offend anyone.
Oh, they're very liberal around here.
Yeah.
Open to debate with free opinion.
They might send in an email complaining, but say 2015.
2015 in the stadium today.
What year that was?
That's not a bad crowd for Welling at this level, listeners. Big away support. I'd say about half of that 2,000 is Maidstone fans.
Oh, easily. Definitely.
One thing I do want to tell you, listeners, is that I'm heroically trying to avoid stepping on Michael over his sons. As I'm standing on the terracing, I go to put my foot down and there's another child underneath me.
Yeah.
You've got to stop having them, mate. You've got to stop having kids. You know, get under your feet. You know?
Yeah, I'll get that TV licence renewed and we won't have any more.
Netflix. That's the answer.
Netflix, no chill. Yeah, just watch that.
Yeah, so we're ticking towards the last few seconds of the first half. Welling leading Maidstone by 1-0. Not much being shown by Maidstone coming forwards, really, Michael. But Welling have had the better of it, which is not what we would have expected it.
No, exactly. I mean, the half started, we're going to sound like we're quite hypocritical now, but the half started where Maidstone were having more of the half chances but not doing anything with it. But that's how their whole half has been now.
I think they've remembered their champions and they're going on holiday soon.
Yeah, exactly. But one thing, I mean, as the half-time whistle goes, one thing I will comment is, and we just said it a moment ago, Maidstone have been caught out of the back a few times, and I'm talking about misreading bounces and misreading the spin of the ball. And this is ultimately, in the nicest possible way, because this is a level that I'll never play, but you do expect more from champions of a division two divisions below the pro game. You know, this is. This level, you do get some teams who get paid full-time wages,
money.
And they're completely misreading the bounce of the ball. But again, you never know. Second half, they might come out and really do something. But as we were just saying a moment ago before the recording started,
That's Billericay getting on.
Billericay are now 1-up. They're beating Ebbsfleet just down the road. Or they're not down the road, but the team down the road 1-0. So
keeps the pressure on for another. Well, the last weekend of the division is next week.
Yeah,
but that keeps the pressure on. On Welling.
Dartford also are. Dartford is still 0-0, so again, that Ebbsfleet result doesn't really affect them too much locally. No. But Welling have to win this game either way, really, because especially Billericay being 1-up.
There we are, 1-0 at a half, listeners.
Achtung, Millwall.
So half-time break, listeners. The DJ, incidentally, here at Welling is no stranger to controversy. We just had the unredacted version of Brown Sugar by the Stones, and now we've got Aerosmith's Dude Looks Like a Lady. So, the jockey's out there. Over the course of this season, Michael, you and me have covered quite a range of clubs on these grassroots shows.
Fair few.
And I thought in the style of what happened next at the end of any decent reality show, any decent movie, you've got to find out what happened next to all these clubs that we've covered. So, Erith and Belvedere finished 6th in the South Scaffle. What's that? South Counties... I don't know what it means. South East Counties.
Scaffle, just call Scaffle. Make yourself look cool.
Scaffle.
Call it Scaffle.
Finished 6th on the table, listed 64 points, closely followed by Erith Town on 7th, in 7th on 62. League was won by Sheppey United for some distance.
Yeah, that was the league. I remember saying in the voice notes a little while ago, you've got to admire Sheppey because they were there all season, and when you've got someone like Glebe, who are not too far from here, will spend a lot of money challenging them, and the way Chatham have then come into it, and those type of teams, Kennington as well. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure how many Sheppey fans listen to this, but huge congratulations to Sheppey for staying there all season and maintaining it, especially with the goals they scored as well. I remember they scored loads of goals.
So two clubs were given quite a bit of coverage too, one way and the other across the season, Erith and Belvedere and Erith Town, the two Erith rivals. Welling, we're here today. They're playing Concord Rangers next week away on the Canvey Island, and Billericay travel to Braintree. So that's the finale of the season. At the moment, that's still all bets are open in the bottom of the National South.
Yeah, and the thing is as well, is in the nicest possible way. Like we follow the pyramid a lot closer than we probably thought we were going to this season.
Yeah, you feel yourself, you follow it. You look for the results each week.
Yeah, of course, and like especially when, like for me personally, with Erith Town, when you're starting to now look at players like Harry Gamble, who you didn't even hear of 18 months ago, you didn't even know they were. But yeah, with it's really interesting with this level because there's a big gulf. Like you have your sort of groups of divisions like the Vanarama National and the Vanarama North/Staff, but then there's a big gulf between those Ifmian leagues below, and then there's a big gulf between the what do you call it?
You notice it with the facilities, Michael. I mean,
exactly.
Just looking at Ebbsfleet, 4th at the moment, vying for a playoff spot. Ebbsfleet Stadium's a really nice stadium. You could see that going towards a league level at some point. It's just got that vibe about it.
Yeah, and they've yo-yoed between the South and the National League for a number of years now, and I don't believe what was it, about sort of 10-15 years ago they had quite a big investment, didn't they? Yeah. When they changed from Gravesend and Northfleet to Ebbsfleet. Yeah, got some money.
Cufflink Stadium, I don't know who owns Cufflink, but they're behind it. We've been to Dagenham, Harry loved it at Dagenham with all of his mates there. We've currently placed 8th in the National League, in contention for quite a widespread playoff zone actually in the National League. It goes quite a way down to play off.
It's a very interesting way they do it. The second and third team automatically qualify for the semi.
Yeah, it's like a semi, and then the rest play off to that right, don't they?
Yeah.
Hornchurch, Harry's other team, are involved this afternoon in a play-out, a sell-out actually at Hornchurch Stadium. They're playing Cheshunt, and that will promote them to this league, National League South, if they win that one. So AFC Hornchurch, all the best to them. VCD Athletic, Michael, you went there, finished 9th in the Isthmian South East Division.
Yeah, and a very, very good team, and it's a good level. I mean, like
Whereabouts is it? May Place Road, did I see their ground?
Yeah, so it's basically, for those who know the old Woolwich building in Bexley Heath, it's about 100 yards from there, it's not too far at all. But it's a nice little stadium, really nice setup. Good groundsmen, good people down there. Coincidentally, at the moment, all the WESFA Cup finals are being held there. So there's still a lot of football being played there. But yeah, VCD against Hastings, I believe that was the 2-2 with Dave Martin, wasn't it?
It was indeed.
Yeah, really good game. They're good level as well. And good luck to them next season as well.
So they finished 9th. Their season has finished 9th place in the Isthmian South East. Clapson, who I went round on a very damp, lonely, lost night, deep in the Terence Macmillan Stadium.
Got your sprints in
the Newham Leisure Centre. They've actually finished 18th. Very historic name, Clapson FC. They're one of the oldest clubs in London. Finished 18th in the Essex Senior League. Canvey Islands, the most coldest I've been in a very long time, chaps, was that afternoon. I think that's just before I caught COVID, actually. I don't have to blame Canvey for the COVID Island, Canvey Island.
It was the Canvey variant.
The Canvey variant.
You catch a lot of things on Canvey Island. COVID's now one of them.
They also won promotion. They won a very dramatic playoff penalty shootout over Brentwood Town, so that takes them from the Isthmian, I think, into the National South, I think.
Yeah.
Oh no, the National Premier, I believe. And finally, we've mentioned them already earlier, Michael, Beckenham Town, champions of the combined counties, and they will enter along with Canvey, the Isthmian South East, I guess.
Yeah.
One of those divisions.
And to be fair, I remember when we went there to see them play against Banstead. To be brutally honest, it was not exactly the sort of game I was expecting. I thought it'd be a lot more goals, but they seem very much like a job done type team. I mean, they score a lot of goals when things go well, but a sign of a good side on the field. Definitely on the field is when it goes wrong, they can still pull out results. So that's what we saw against Banstead.
All the best to Beckenham Town.
One thing I will mention as well, what you said about the teams, was the Erith Town under-18 game against Portsmouth, which was
the FA Youth Cup.
I have to say, with that game, I remember going there because I sort of went there half on a whim. You know, Erith Town at the time was recently about a mile from where I lived. It was a nice evening. Thought I'd go down there. It's probably like, I mean, there's a lot of people here today, but considering that was a youth game, it's probably the best atmosphere for one you wouldn't expect. You go to a youth game, you think, I'll see some young players. But
it was a good vibe there.
Great vibe. And one thing I will recommend, and I said it in the show, if you want to go back and listen back, these sort of FA youth games really. Go support them because you are seeing a lot of players.
Probably seeing the best quality players.
Yeah, you probably are. Yeah, you think as well.
Given what we've seen today, it hasn't been brilliant, but you would have seen it there.
We said in the recording that at the time, and it's gone to show when we spoke to Adam Woodward recently as well.
Yeah.
Adam Woodward, a lot of the players who played in that youth game played in the last game that Erith Town had against Erith and Belvedere. So you are. There's no two ways about it. You are seeing players of the future.
Absolutely.
So definitely get down there because you don't know what player you're going to see.
There we go, listeners. That's brought you up to speed with all the clubs we've covered across this season. Achtung Grassroots. We've still got a second half to go here at Parkview Road, so we'll be back with any moments or incidents of note as it proceeds. Teams are out for the second half, listeners. Welling, as we've said already, leading at 1-0. They're going to be attacking the home fans on the Parkview Road terracing. Maidstone will be looking to get something out of the game, I would have thought, as champions. We shall see. All their fans banked down at Danson Park end. Have scored, crossing from the right side, tapped home from close down there at Danson Park, chaps. How many minutes in? 56 minutes. Equaliser. 1-1. That's a blow for Welling.
I'll tell you, so we've got flares.
Yellow flares.
We've got the ultras are here. What is going on? There's too many black t-shirts up there. We've got flares. Player runs up on the right-hand side. Cross comes in across goal. And there's a
pretty straightforward finish.
Really.
Wasn't
it?
One each. The celebrating Maidstone Ultras have already had a yellow flare down at the far end. That looks like an inflatable bagel, listeners. Being bounced around down there. It's on the pitch now. It's full party mode. It's insane. Earlier on, it was a beautiful sunny afternoon here in Welling. Sunshine, warm on your face. It's now clouded over, quite grey skies, and it feels a little bit nippy in the air. Typical English spring day in short, listeners. It's one each at the moment. We are 59 minutes in. Time is all 60. And as Chris said, the Welling need a result here. With Billericay winning, it really does narrow it down at the bottom of the table, and they would be jettisoned out of the National League South into the Isthmian. Bouncing up and down at the Ultras end down there at Danson Park. They've got reason to celebrate. They've won the league. Why not? Tough at the moment to see Welling coming back into this, to be honest, but you never know. They would be desperate for a win, however, listeners. Great goal, surging run through from the left side of the penalty area. They're celebrating like the World Cup winners down there, listeners. It was the 22 that forced it home, kind of cannoned in off the goalkeeper. Well done, Welling. Didn't see that one coming. I've got to be quite honest with you, listeners. Against the run of play, very much so.
And the rubber the green as well.
21 minutes into the second half. So quarter of the half to go, listeners. We've got a bit of live in-game scoreline here for you. Billericay 1, Ebbsfleet 1. So at the moment, this is a big result for Welling, just to keep themselves ahead of Billericay Town. For Welling, if it stays like this, it actually keeps them in the division. With Billericay drawing at the moment. Huge situation. Shot from the edge of the penalty area on target, saved well by 20 had a poke at goal down at the Maidstone end. The goalkeeper did well to bat it up and then collect it on the way down again. Nice save, actually. Last 13 minutes of the game, 32 minutes of the second half, listeners, 77 minutes played. It's a right-sided corner for Maidstone. They're pressing forwards with increasing urgency since that second goal for Welling.
Appreciation for number 7, Ben Allen.
Be a real result against the odds if Welling can pull this off, and with Ebbsfleet drawing as I speak, one each, I think that secures them a place in the National League South. That's a big prize, really. Dropping into the Isthmian League is pretty dramatic loss at this level. Ball lofted forwards for Maidstone. It's going to be a left-sided corner. This is very non-league. There's a bloke leaning over his like a shop, back of a shop staircase, and he's out in his dressing gown on the staircase looking over at the football, listeners. This is the kind of thing you get at non-league games. Welling player just ran out 2 minutes before the full 90, listeners, so 88 minutes. I think Welling will be well pleased with this if it stays this way. They've kept Maidstone largely at bay for the bulk of the second half. And as we've said a few times across the show, it's going to be a critical win. They can pull this off. The ball runs into the area though before I stop counting any chickens. That is cleared.
Would you say a squeaky bum time at the moment? I
critical win, Michael, if they can pull it off.
Yeah, but the thing is yeah,
there we are.
Yeah, Nick, don't go on the pitch. But
if Welling score, we're on the pitch.
Oh yeah. If Welling score, we're on the pitch. But I think apart from that goal, from the action I've seen today, Welling have actually been reasonably in control. It seems to be. I know Maidstone have had a few half chances, but apart from the goal they've scored, they don't seem to have done too much with it.
No, they've been on the beach largely.
Yeah, exactly. But now I've said that, a cross has come into the near post. Keeper's done well, punched it clear, and now Welling on the break. Oh, it's a big move. We ain't got long.
He's taken a professional choice and put it anywhere.
Yeah.
Halfway towards Plumstead.
I think they hit the Fiat garage just behind us, yeah. But, yeah, well, it's an interesting one, isn't it? The first 20-25 minutes, we said it was pretty sort of Maidstone with the half chances, but there does seem to be a lot of Welling. Oh, the keeper's fumbled it! It's gone in! It's cursed to the commentator!
It's gone in?
No, it's not. Has it
been given?
No!
Oh, he's fumbled.
We've got controversy.
Shot from distance, listeners. The goalkeeper batted it up in the air. Has it been given? No, it hasn't.
It was on the line.
The crowd behind the goal thought it had gone in.
The
goalkeeper must have retrieved it on the line.
Got a better view than us. It was basically a shot from distance. I'm sorry if I'm repeating Nick here, dear listener, but it was a shot from distance. Keeper, it was a very routine save. He's fumbled it. It's gone behind him. I mean, from here, it looks like it's gone back quite a long way.
The crowd was celebrating.
Yeah, the crowd is celebrating. Everyone's looked over to the lino. The refs looked at the lino. Lino said no straight away.
It falls through.
At the other end.
3-1.
Unbelievable.
Slotted home with a plum. He's kicked the
corner flag.
Scenes.
There's limbs. I don't even know what limbs means. I'm over 30, but whatever it means, I'm seeing it.
Scenes. 3-1 to Welling. And the absolute death after huge controversy at the other end.
I'll tell you what, very interesting. Chris from, I'm not sure what area, because we can't say surname, he said something that I saw, but I didn't want to say it. Was there a handball in the build-up?
I didn't see the handball.
What do you think, Chris, from wherever you are from?
There's no VAR here, that's all we're saying.
Thank God for that.
If there was, I think you might have a disallowed goal.
Yeah, there's a shout there, isn't there? But literally,
that win will secure their place in the league with Billericay drawing.
Yeah, but as we were literally talking about the
check
chance
the score at Billericay, Michael.
We are staying up. You've got one half of the grand singing Campiones. You've got one half singing We Are Staying Up. Cool. It's all go down here in Welling, isn't it?
Around down at the Welling end now. Maidstone got it back at the other end. There's 2-goal deficit will be a lot to make up in these final 2 minutes of overtime play after the celebrations. Right,
do you know what, it literally is one of those things, it makes you look like a right idiot, doesn't it? You say about how one team's probably a bit more dominant, and now they've ended up losing 3-1.
To be fair, I mean, I wouldn't have seen this coming from the bulk of the game.
Not. Definitely not. But this is non-league football, Nick. We had it with Beckenham Town a few weeks ago against Banstead.
Yeah.
You're absolutely adamant Beckenham would win, Banstead take the lead. You have Erith Belvedere are the better team. Erith Town ended up winning.
Yeah.
And this is what we keep saying, ladies and gentlemen, and I know it sounds like we're on a plug and we're taking some sort of bribe from the non-league, but get down to these games because there's action, there's things you don't know what's going to happen. You could look, it's 3-2.
3-2.
It's 3-2.
Over the far post. Corner came in from the right.
You know,
heading home from close. 3-2.
Yeah, 3-2. It is literally.
What's that? Squeaky bum.
Squeaky
time.
bum, indeed. But this goes back to the point we're making. You don't know what you're getting at these games because these players aren't, without being too out of order to them.
Highly skilled. They're not highly skilled.
They're not highly skilled. They're not professional. So you don't know. You don't know what players are going to turn up because some of them, maybe not this level, but some of them have got their jobs, so they might not be able to work.
Absolutely.
They might not be able to get to games. So
there it is. Safety for Welling. Good result. Yeah. That's dramatic. That was entertaining, Mike.
Yeah. Oh, and now we've got pitch invasions from Maidstone.
There we are. Maidstone finished champions. Welling surviving the National League South. What an afternoon of drama on the bank holiday.
Yeah. And until we've got a couple more games coming up. If Nick don't mind me doing a little plug with the Plumstead Challenge Cup, we're going to cover that game between Under the Radar and Metro Gas. So we've got a couple more grassroots left to go. But I have to say thank you to everyone who's listened and took part.
Thank you, Chris.
No worries, you're welcome. Always.
Thank you to Michael's dad.
What a ding dong of a game, basically. What more can you want?
Big thank you to Michael.
Always a pleasure, dear listener. Arrivederci, Millwall.
There was a pitch invasion. From Parkview Road, we're going to say goodbye. Arrivederci, Welling. Bye for now.
You have been listening to Achtung, Millwall. Please do leave us a review at Apple Podcasts. Dankeschön. Up the lines.
Just a little postscript. We now got the Maidstone mob coming down to taunt the Welling ultras.
It's all going off.
Police are coming into the game.
Do you know what it's like being at the den?
You don't get this down in Millwall.
Yeah.
We have high standards.
Stewards and police who ain't doing anything. It's like being at the den.
Oh,
yeah, don't be surprised if Millwall get fined for this.